I'm talking about. All right, as states slowly reopen, some West Coast business owners are rebelling against their Democrat governors. They say the ongoing lockdown orders are ruining their businesses and could destroy their American dream. No end in sight in some of these stay-at-home orders. Joining us now is our small business owner panel. Former Seattle City Council candidate and business owner Ari Hoffman, owner of Glamour Salon in Salem, Oregon, Lindsey Graham, and owner of Jaffrey's, I hope I got that right, Malibu Restaurant in California, Jeff Peterson. We got the West Coast edition. It's early there. Thank you for joining us on Fox and Friends. Really appreciate it. Ari, you're out in Seattle. Talk to us about how your business is being affected by being locked down.
The biggest problem is the conflicting orders coming out of the government. So when this whole thing first started, I shut down my company and I complied with the orders. What happened was the inspection for my attractions, we rent amusement attractions for events, was due, and we had to have those inspections in order to continue our insurance running. I called the Department of Labor Industries and begged for an extension. Our attractions are mostly bounce houses. If they don't inflate, they fail inspection, and any client wouldn't rent them anyway if they don't inflate. So it really makes very little sense to have this inspection. There's no reason you can't delay it. So I said, hey, can we delay this a few weeks? I went to the top of Labor and Industries. They said, no, no, no. So I had to bring my entire staff in, contrary to the orders, and do this. And you're standing shoulder to shoulder with these guys while you're working on these big attractions
to inspect bouncy houses that you can't even sell right now or rent out because of the lockdown order. And help me with this. Are you telling me you couldn't sanitize them, give them to a family for a day or two, and then bring them back? That's not possible?
Of course we can. That's what we're doing right now. We've been sanitizing them for years. That's how we operate. It's one of the things you have to do in order to operate correctly and safely. And we've always done that. So now we're wearing masks, we're wearing gloves, because I rationalized that if I could open up so that the governor could have his way and have this inspection done, then I could operate my business.
Absolutely. Lindsey, I want to go to you. You're a salon owner in I believe it's in Oregon. Yes, that's correct. And listen, it's almost the revolt of the salon owners here. We're following your lead across the country. Seriously, people stepping up and saying my livelihood can't be crushed by this. Tell us your story.
Well, yes, indeed. My livelihood is being a hairstylist in my salon with a few other independent contractors. And we were forced to shut down about March 24th. And at that point, I had already been off for a month on maternity leave with a newborn baby. And so I had, budgeted and saved for that month of maternity leave. And then the government shut us down for another undisclosed amount of time. And so my husband and I sat down and said, okay, look, I think we can do this for a month, and hopefully that's all we'll have to do. And the date just kept getting pushed out, and the date was never disclosed to us. So we're now at 6 weeks plus. Wow. Where we actually own 6 businesses, and all of them were called out by name to shut down as non-essential. So we're going on 6 weeks of absolutely no income for our family, and that is our livelihood. And I have not received one unemployment paycheck.
There's nothing more offensive than being told somehow you and your livelihood is non-essential, when of course it's essential to you. Now, you've been fined $14,000. What's your status right now? Are you going to open anyway?
Yes, I was fined by OSHA illegally because OSHA attempted to establish my independent contractors as employees, which they are not. So they don't have jurisdiction to fine me $14,000. But I think they did it anyway, hoping to intimidate me, which is basically what's going on with the government right now, is intimidation factors daily. But I plan to fight that in court. I have a fantastic attorney, George Goodman, who will be fighting the citation in court, and hopefully it will get tossed out.
We hope so. Keep us posted on that case. Jeff, in California, you own a restaurant. You got to have customers for the restaurant to function. Where are you at right now?
Well, right now, we waited 2 months because the governor said we need to make sure the virus is we're leveled down, the hospitals are ready, and we closed down and we obeyed. And now we're hearing out here it could be August. Actually, our local officials or mayor said we might have to wait till there's no deaths for 14 days. Well, you're not going to have no deaths of influenza, the flu, for 14 days in a city of 10 million people. My restaurant, Joffrey's, is in Malibu. It's like almost completely separate from Los Angeles County. My employees can't come back to work. My vendors, they can't sell things. There's a worldwide ripple effect for shutting down an economy. If you want to cause suffering to people, you're doing that. we're ready. The hospitals are ready. We have to. I'd rather take on this virus with a good economy than sit here and be financially devastated every month.
Yeah, they told us to flatten the curve. You did your part. Now, are you going to reopen? And how can your business survive?
Well, I have saved, so I'm going to be able to figure it out. I can't reopen because we can do takeout, which is like 1 or 2% of our business. We're a destination place.
Yeah.
I've had President Reagan sit there. Before Trump was president, he's been there. It's this type of place that people don't come up and do takeout. It's a romantic dining experience. But I don't want to lose my liquor license. I don't want to be threatened because you take my liquor license away from me, I can't stay in business. So the problem that I have is I don't think it's like there's a hidden agenda or something, because I don't understand why a Home Depot or other stores can open up, but we've been practicing safety and cleanliness in the restaurant business forever. And and there's a lot of businesses out there that aren't as fortunate as I am that can never reopen.
And in just listening to you guys for 5 minutes, I mean, there's a deep reservoir of common sense and goodness and responsibility and hard work that goes into forming and forging, frankly, the three businesses you have. And in each case, the government's trying to find a way to hurt you from doing the very business that provides for your livelihood. I wish you all the best. I thank you for sharing your story, and I know that you're speaking for millions of other people who unfortunately are in the same situation. Keep us updated, please, if you would. And we reached out to all of your governors in all three states for a statement. Only Washington responded. Governor Inslee said this: Governor Inslee's actions saved lives and averted an even greater economic crisis that would have come as a result of the unmitigated health crisis. We have heard many stories direct from people struggling, and they are never easy to hear. Most still appreciate the need for these measures. I don't know if that most is apt in this case, but at least he responded. At least we can ask for that. Thank you all for joining us this morning. We appreciate it. God bless you. Thank you.